Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to a new video for 5.4 phase diagram, which is the last subtopic for chapter 5. Okay, in this video, we will learn about define phase, triple point and critical point, and then we're gonna identify the triple and critical point on the phase diagram. So before we're gonna learn about phase diagram, first we're gonna define what is phase. What is meant by phase? Okay, phase is actually a part of system which are separated by a distinct boundary, such as solid, liquid and gas. So on your notes ni, dekat tepi ni, we have a very small picture. So contohnya kita tengok dekat sini lah yang dia tulis three phase system ni. Okay, so consider our system is actually our beaker here, which we have water, and even though it's not clear, sebenarnya we have solid tau dekat bawah ni. Dia colour dia macam colour dia tak clear sangat sebab we have white tiles kat sini kan, ataupun white paper kat bawah ni kan, but actually we do have our solid. Okay, so in this system, it's actually why is it called three phase system? Sebab kita adanya solid phase, okay, we have liquid phase which is our water itself lah, and we have our gas. Because you know when you heat up something or you heat up your water ke apa, anda akan start adanya gas kita lah. So, and it is actually here it mentioned for the phase, dia mestilah separated by a distinct boundary. So, from this picture, we can see clearly there are three phase. So, we have gas, liquid dengan solid. For example, here we have our orange juice in a cup. So this glass is actually what we call it as our system lah. Okay, dalam case ni, what we can see clearly is the ice and the water. So, kalau ice tu is actually our solid phase. And then, kalau kita punya, and then our water itself is actually our liquid. Okay, can we see any vapor ataupun gas? So, we can't see clearly. So, in this case, our juice ataupun kalau kita minum air Milo kita yang biasa tu is actually a two-phase system. So, we can only see two phases lah. Okay, so that is actually meant by phase. Sebenarnya phase ni nak kata yang solid, liquid dengan yang gas tu. Okay, so what is actually a phase diagram? Okay, a phase diagram is a graph that shows under what condition and temperature, under what condition of temperature and pressure that a substance exists. So, contohnya tak perlu pun kita tengok berdasarkan apa tu, the system itself, tak perlu tengok depan-depan. Kalau contohnya kita ada phase diagram ni kan, for contohnya kita kata if it is at 50 degree Celsius, kita boleh tahu sebenarnya that system tu exist in solid ke, liquid ke, gas. We can define it clearly lah. Okay. So, for a phase diagram, what you're going to have is actually kita akan ada, sebab dia kata graph kan, we have our y-axis and x-axis. Y-axis is always pressure, x-axis is always temperature. And then, for the phase diagram, it's actually we're going to combine these three kan. So, kena adalah solid, liquid dengan gas. Ataupun nama lain, kita nak tu vapor pun boleh, gas pun boleh. Okay. And then, besides that, kamu kena lukis satu line ni. Okay, this line, bentuk dia macam, senang ingat macam ranting kayu lah. Okay, sebenarnya, okay, this line is actually a line that separated the phase itself. So, this line is actually separating between solid dengan liquid. Kalau this one is between liquid and gas. If you have the bottom one ni, is actually between solid and vapor. Okay, so for example, yang ini, I'm just gonna use this highlighter ni sebab nanti kita akan tengok example lah. Contohnya kat sini, this green light ni ada point A, point B. So, contohnya pada point A ni, for example, for a given pressure dengan temperature ni, kita boleh tahulah, actually system tu is actually in solid state. Kalau daripada point B ni, at certain pressure and certain temperature, dia is actually in liquid. Okay. So, tapi, kalau contohnya, tunjuk, okay, nak dia dekat sini. Kalau dia dekat sini, is actually a solid dengan liquid in equilibrium. Maksud dia in equilibrium. Kalau dekat sini, point sini, takkan dia solid dengan liquid pula. Dia dekat sini is between liquid dengan vapor in equilibrium. Okay, maknanya dia point yang bertemu lah kat mana. Okay, tapi sekarang ni, we're talking about triple point. Triple point ni temperature and pressure at which the solid, liquid and gas phase coexist in equilibrium. So, kita nak satu point ni where it intersect for these three lah. So, kalau dekat sini tak boleh because it's only between solid dengan liquid. Sini pun tak boleh sebab it's between liquid dengan vapor. So, kat mana sebenarnya? So, this is actually our triple point. Satu ni kat sini. Sebab in this phase, semua phase ni it intercept the solid, the liquid and the vapor ataupun gas. So, this is where our triple point. Okay, so the temperature and pressure at which solid, liquid and gas coexist in equilibrium. So, that is for triple point. Okay, tapi jangan risau kalau masih macam blur lagi, kita akan tengok soalan nanti. Okay, next is critical point. Okay, so kalau triple point tadi kita kata yang dia jumpa where the point where the three phases meet. So, critical point ni is actually where temperature and pressure at which the liquid and gas phase are indistinguishable. So, maknanya for critical point ni is actually at the last point for at the last point between the liquid and vapor ni lah. Between the liquid and vapor ni kita ada boundary kan. Okay, so the last point ni is what we call as critical point. Dia bukan kat sini. Ini kan between solid dengan liquid kan. Tapi kalau critical point yang ini pointnya between liquid and gas. So after this, contohnya kalau kita ada pada contohnya condition di sini kan, we can't state it clearly whether dia ni dalam solid, whether it's in liquid ke, whether it's in vapor. But confirm lah dia bukan solid. Okay, tapi ada partial question, dia memang ada suka nak tanya lebih lagi kan. So, ada satu partial question dia minta label kan, where is the position of supercritical fluid. So, kalau dia minta labelkan the supercritical fluid, it's actually here. Supercritical fluid, which is beyond. We can, contohnya kalau beyond our critical point, we're gonna call it as supercritical fluid lah. So, dia mesti start dari sini. Temperature dia lebih daripada critical temperature, and temperature dia pun lebih daripada sini lah. Okay, sebab kalau temperature dia masih di sini lagi, dekat sini dia masih lagi vapor. So, dia kena mesti yang dekat atas ni. Sebab tu Miss buat ada boundary dekat sini. Okay, so that is actually for critical point. Okay. So, sekarang ni, okay, kita tahu what is triple point, what is critical point. So, lupa pula label yang ni. Okay, so jom kita tengok ada example sikit. So, kita tengok dekat sini. This is actually, kita ada punya phase diagram. Remember, ada Y dengan X. Lepas tu ada solid, liquid, vapor. We have our line here. Jangan lupa juga, labelkanlah solid, liquid, vapor. And then, memang kena labelkan triple point, critical point. Okay, so example yang kat sini, kita nak tengok what is the phases changes with temperature. Sebab contohnya, kalau kat sini, Miss buat temperature dia, it's actually 100. So, kalau kat sini, mestilah yang above kan. So, 200. Okay, so, kat sini, dalam case ni, we're gonna change the temperature, tapi pressure dia sama sahaja. So, here the pressure dia, kita buatlah 300 ke apa kan. Okay, so as we can see, yang point 1 until 3 ni, the temperature change. Dia increasing, tapi pressure dia sama. So, when the pressure is the same, we call it as isobaric, which is constant pressure. So, contohnya, pada point 1, what is the phase of the system itself? So, dekat sini, dia hanyalah kita punya solid. So, tapi kalau point number 2 ni, dia bukan solid. Sebab dia dekat sini, betul-betul dekat tengah-tengah ni. Kat liquid pun tak boleh juga. Sebab dia betul-betul dekat tengah. Where tadi kita kata, kalau triple point ni, is actually bila solid, liquid and gas in equilibrium. Dekat number 2 ni, we're gonna write down, dia adalah solid, liquid in equilibrium. Contohnya, kalau dekat sini pula, point number 3 ni. Okay, point number 3 ni, kita tengok, dia pada liquid kita. Okay, so dia sama jugalah kan. Macam contohnya kita heatkan the system tu. Contohnya kalau kita panaskan air kan. Ataupun kita, yang ini from solid to liquid. Okay, kalau contohnya kita cairkan ice heater. Ataupun, itulah kita cairkan ice heater. So, from temperature, contohnya kalau dia kira low temperature, dia akan originally dia daripada solid. So, when we heat up, dia akan jadi liquid. Contohnya kalau kita heat up lagi, nanti dia boleh jadi gas pula. Okay, so yang ini just Miss nak tambah. Kalau yang ni, T ni apa pula? Remember, kalau T is actually here, solid, liquid and gas in equilibrium. So, kita tulis dekat sini. Kalau T, okay, so that is actually for T. Kalau yang C ni, apa pula? Kalau C ni, sebenarnya is actually, sebab dia masih lagi pada C kan, dia bukannya above the point of C. Kalau C is actually Okay, tapi since gambarnya dia bagi vapor, kita tulis je lah vapor lah kat sini. So that is actually for this example where the phase changes with temperature. So contohnya kalau temperature ni, for this case kita nak constantkan temperature, tapi kita tukarkan dia punya pressure. So for example here kat sini dia punya temperature dia masih 200, tapi pressure ni daripada 100 atm jadi 300 atm. So macam mana? So point number 1 is actually the vapor. Tapi kalau point tu, dia is actually liquid vapor in equilibrium. Okay, kalau yang 3 ni pula, yang 3 ni dia hanya memang pada liquid sahaja. So maknanya from here, tak perlu pun kamu tengok di depan-depan. From the phase diagram je kamu dah tahu. Okay, contohnya pada temperature 100 dengan temperature pressure 100 atm, for example, temperature dia 200 Kelvin, it actually exists in vapor. So daripada situlah, sebab dia kata kat sini, remember phase diagram is a graph that shows under what condition, condition yang temperature dengan pressure, that a substance exists. So daripada point tu kita boleh tahulah kat sini apa, kat sini apa, kat sini apa. Okay, so that's it for this video.